soon. And Bobby the Brain Heenan. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling, where we feature the greatest professional athletes in the world, the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation, and of course, this week, no exception. What a tremendous card. Incidentally, how's your hand? Is it healing up?
Why would you care?
Well, I didn't get any certified mail from your lawyer or anything.
You stick around. Go out and check the mailbox day in and day out.
Didn't get any. Yeah, we got some tremendous matches. Of course, our feature tag team matchup, Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik, taking on Mike Rotundo and Danny Spivey. Two of the up-and-comers here in the World Wrestling Federation, are they not?
You know, everything else is immaterial because Paul Orndorff is on the program today. So I don't care to discuss Spivey, Rotunda, Billy, Jack, anybody else but Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Well, Mr. Orndorff was on the program several weeks ago as well by way of the telephone. But
well, I may have a little surprise for you in the program coming up, and I may not.
Maybe you will, maybe you won't.
That's
but
right.
We also have joining us this week Jake the Snake Roberts as he takes on CV Offi. What an interesting confrontation that's going to be. And I understand that the Snake is creating quite a bit of problems here in the World Wrestling Federation, and somebody's going to have to straighten him out sooner or later.
Straighten the Snake out?
Yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts I'm referring to.
Good luck. I'd hate to try it.
Well, Mr. Orndorff, as you said, is in there against Corporal Kirchner, 82nd Airborne, and it's not going to be a night off for Mr. Wonderful.
Camouflage, yeah, the guy that buys his whole wardrobe in an Army surplus store.
Camouflage. Well, give me a break, Bobby. Are you going to start this week?
I bet he eats out of a tin can, too.
Oh, please.
Probably drinks.
We're going to join our
thermoses.
first match in progress. So let's go down to ringside. Jake the Snake Roberts and CV Offi in progress.
Jake the Snake Roberts, a little bit nervous about that old green bag standing around the corner that he sometimes goes to for advice.
That's true. You know, the comfort he gets from that green bag may be missing enough to make him feel the effect of that now, because he hasn't fared too well at all.
Roberts is showing the referee that there was a perfectly legitimate shot to the throat. Slips over in behind now. Look out. Possible sunset roll-up. No. Smart move there. Just took him a little bit too long to turn around, and CV was waiting. A nice drop kick off the ropes again. High cross body. We could have it here. Leg hook now. Oh, the Snake is reeling.
And that time he didn't go out intentionally. He fell out.
It was not by design, no. It was still a clever move on his part.
Yes, a very fortuitous move, that. You know, I'm pretty sure he is missing his companion, because he seems to be a half a step slow here tonight. He's been caught twice, dithering around, procrastinating, you might say, after he's fallen two tremendous blows.
Certainly does look very lethargic. Of course, he's had some tremendous battles over the past several months with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat that I'm sure has taken a lot of starch out of him.
That's knocked the stuffing out of him, definitely. And here is Offi adopting the same tactics quite cleverly and showing good judgment.
Just another one of the great matches here in Madison Square Garden as the World Wrestling Federation delivers the best in all of professional wrestling. Look at this, going to work now, turned it into a hammerlock and then dropped the elbow right on it. Never want to leave any loose parts hanging around out there, Alfred. They always get stepped on or dropped on in some way, shape, or form.
Yes, something happens to them, something nasty.
Look at, he's a little befuddled, Alfred. You can tell by the look on his face.
He definitely is. He cannot figure this out. There's something wrong here, Jake. I know that's going through his mind.
Watch out. Very clever maneuver there. Saw it coming. That'll make you check to see if all the fillings are still there.
Right, but look at Snake. He's not quick to take advantage of it. He's down. He's looking, he's thinking, obviously, if only I could do something. He has done something. Why isn't he following it up?
Something may be awry here. Ducks another right hand.
Did you notice how slow that was as well again?
I didn't miss that either. That was right on the mark. He is definitely very lethargic. Of course, he could go home with a short end of the money.
Yes, he could. He better pull the stops out here if he doesn't want to lose this match. Obviously, he doesn't want to lose it, but he is in danger of doing so. He's not following anything up.
Maybe he didn't quite expect this kind of offense out of CV Offi. Very haphazard cover here. There's no way you're going to beat that youngster like that.
No, he's definitely not with it this evening, the Snake.
Probably misses his little reptile friend.
Yes.
I guess snakes get sick.
Yes, it might be a sick snake there, wherever it is, and a sick snake in the ring.
Yes, definitely.
That's a tongue twister, a sick snake.
Absolutely. I'll let you handle all the tongue twisters. Offi trying to get the adrenaline flowing in his body and get back into this match. Irish whip coming up. No. He does that so well. Forces him into that clothesline. Snake looking for some recognition here from this capacity crowd in the Garden.
They're giving him recognition, but it's not the type he wants. But slowly and surely the tables are beginning to turn in his favor.
He's wasting an awful lot of time right here.
He is. He's wasted some time during this match also, but I think now it looks as if he's getting a little stronger, a little more with it.
Look out, atomic drop coming up. Very close to being construed as a illegal maneuver.
Yes, now look at the smile. It's coming back to his face. The worried look is gone. Almost completely the worried look is gone. Look, that sardonic smile he gives.
Oh, you're not going to beat this youngster like that. I'm sorry. Oh, look at this. Up the shoulders. Down is the snake. 2 count. He almost got trapped.
Maybe that'll bring him to life, Gorilla, because Offi nearly had him tucked and tied up there for a 1-2-3.
Nice counter maneuver there by Offi, and now the reverse chin lock by the snake. That's pretty well under the chin there. Referee looking right in there, but you can't tell by looking. You got to reach your hand in there and actually feel.
Yes, you have to check that one out. These people here are all rooting for Offi now. I think the snake has incurred their wrath with his cavalier attitude towards this youngster.
Offi may be taking a siesta here. Already muscles are starting to function now. Got to get to your feet to be successful to get out of this hole. Because right now he's carrying all the weight of Jake the Snake Roberts as well as his own. And you can see the life literally coming out of his body.
Yes, it seems to be draining away from him. Jake the Snake now is looking a lot more alert, a lot more with it. He was in danger of losing this contest a few minutes ago when he was giving it that lethargic approach, but now he seems to have got his wits back together.
Some of those great shots that we told you we were going to get earlier on. I think that was ball number 5 handheld. See, he made it to his feet. An elbow breaks the hole. Look out. Coming off, runs right into a boot.
I guess that's more like the old Snake. Whether we like it or not, he's quick, astute, and very, very clever with that type of attack.
Oh, he's out thinking Offi right at the moment.
Something he wasn't doing
look
in the
out.
beginning.
Doesn't want him in there. Goodbye. Hard down onto the concrete floor here in Madison Square Garden. And maybe the snake needed a little breather there, Alfred.
I think he did. He gave that look of get out there while I think about the whole thing and give myself a little rest anyway.
Action hot and heavy in Madison Square Garden. Capacity crowd on hand, 24,000 plus. Of course, the Garden, a mecca for all professional wrestling. And Jake the Snake Roberts having a tough time with the youngster from Samoa. Plenty more action in this match still to come. We'll be right back. We're back, fans. Jake the Snake looks a little lost in there, without the snake per se. That little ominous green bag wasn't in attendance.
Jake the Snake is a well-conditioned professional athlete. He doesn't need a bag. That's just a little intimidation. That's just what he enjoys.
Let's go back to the match, wrestling fans.
It's fun. But he's right back up there again. Oh, shoulder block from the outside. And another one. And the snake is bent over. Nice sunset flip. You held on to that rope.
Yes.
Didn't make that whole work, did it?
No, I got the feeling that the snake set him up for that, quite honestly. I got the feeling that the snake allowed that to happen.
He's just waiting patiently for the right. Sleeper hold applied. Oh, handful of tights. Took him down to the canvas with it. Well, the snake asked the referee if he wanted the truth. I guess the referee asked him if he pulled his tights. He said, "You want the truth?" No, lied to the guy. Of course he wants the truth.
You think he'd tell the truth?
Look at this. Just close enough to reach the rope for a little extra leverage as soon as the referee's looking the other direction. The Snake knows every way to take advantage of that squared circle that you can think of. He knows it.
He knows it. He really does. He knows all those holds that are not in the book. He knows them perfect. Perfect.
But resorting out to this reverse chin lock once again. And I'm sure, Albert, you can go to the bank that the vendetta between he and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is not over by a long shot.
No, and we obviously know who's watching this match right now too, isn't it?
Luke to monitor. Oh, big shoulder block. The Snake comes out of there. Look out, the Snake's ready for him. What a clothesline. Excuse me.
Really?
You better pay attention to the match.
What did he say? It's amazing
how quick he is.
Well, he wasn't so quick in the first 10 minutes of this contest. He may have
once again, a very lackadaisical cover. You're not going to beat him that way.
In fact, Offi making a remarkable showing here this evening.
Well, so far he's taken everything that the Snake can dish out and answered back with some of his own stuff.
And still Roberts hasn't been able to pin Offi. Offi going to the ropes himself here, trying to seek a little release from this hold. Relief, I should say.
Release and release both. Offi is very close to the rope, but he doesn't have a big leg. I think just how close, or he'd just throw a leg over there or something.
You were talking about our camera shots. Just look at that. How closer could you be? Inches away.
Without getting clobbered, not very much closer. Once again, see the advantages to escape that chin lock. That was the wrong maneuver. You're not going to hit Offi that way. Poked him in the eye. That'll slow him down.
Power slam coming up.
Dropped him like a bad habit.
And did he ever? He twisted him as well. Dropped him on his right hip. Where's he going now?
Wasted a little bit too much time in doing that and telegraphed that move. A very high-risk move right there, Alfred.
That was a high-risk move indeed. Now, Offi, if he hadn't been quite so dazed, may have been able to just lay on top of the Snake, and that would have been a 1, 2, 3 right there and then.
Snake's in dream world right now. He's about half functioning. He's running into some big reverse knife edges. Another one sends him down to the canvas, and the Samoan is hot.
He's got that adrenaline flowing, and he's looking very dangerous.
Irish whip in, big back jump. The Snake goes down hard once again, right on the back of the head, holding on.
Snake not looking so comfortable now, and about that thinking quickly, well, forget that.
Shot, double edge that time, and down flat on his back, right in the center of the ring. Headbutt, right in the cranium of the ring, and the Snake just falls out of there, and he's down on the floor. Looking too well, either.
No, a fantastic series of maneuvers there by Offi. He had him right where he wanted to. And unfortunately for Offi, Roberts went out the ring, but I think he was intending to put him back in.
Seeley comes right out after him and lays a couple of headbutts and a third one. Look out now, he wants him back inside. He figures the Snake is right for the pickings. Seeley Offi going up to the top turnbuckle and laying flat on his back, right in the center of the ring. The Snake bombs away, coming up for sure. Coming up the knees right at the last moment. See, he wasted an awful lot of time up there, Alfred.
He did. He wasted far too much time. He had a little hookup with his clothing as he tried to get onto that top rope. That slowed him up for a second or two, and the Snake was watching. You've got to watch these people's eyes. The Snake had his eyes wide open and saw him coming, and let him have it.
Offi was looking around in the balcony area before he made his leap. He should have been watching the Snake.
Yes, he should have been, because the Snake was watching him. Oh! DDT!
Laid it right on him. This one is history. The body quivering. Just a question of when he wants to get on top of him. It's all over, folks. Very devastating maneuver as only one Jake the Snake Roberts can apply it. The DDT. I asked him one time, what does it mean, DDT? He said the end.
The winner of this bout, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Jake the Snake Roberts with a rather hard-fought victory for him here at Madison Square Garden. Let's go back and take a look at that DDT if we can. He's got this down to a science, Alfred. Just rams that cranium right down into the mat. Just imagine what it does to that cervical vertebrae area.
So devastating.
Backs everything all up together. Now look at this.
That's a very cavalier thing to do.
Excuse
Look.
me. Like laying on the beach.
And then the smile, which had been missing for quite some time during that bout because he took a shellacking.
Wow. You can't escape that. What are you doing, Robert? You're laughing about something. What are you laughing about? Actually, what he's reading, wrestling fans, is the latest edition of the World Wrestling Federation magazine, which features beauty, of course, in Elizabeth, the manager of the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the Beast. Special article on Bobby the Brain Heenan. I'm surprised that, well, I'll be very surprised if there's any of these on the newsstands. Have you already purchased all of these, or can we? Something obviously has hit your funny bone. I don't know what it is. You wouldn't want to enlighten us? Hello?
What?
Yeah, we're on the air
What do you
now.
want?
You've been laughing here for the last 2 or 3 minutes. What
Just
is it?
reading this great article, one of the greatest articles ever written in professional wrestling. It's a talk with Bobby Heenan.
I just explained that you were the feature in this
See
magazine.
how important you are? I didn't even know you were here. When you're reading
Unbelievable.
about Bobby Heenan, everything else is second.
We're back, wrestling fans, and still deep into, you know, I noticed as you were flipping the pages there, Brain, that one of the captions read backstabber. Who would might that be referring to? Mr. Wonderful? Backstabber, it said.
I don't seem to see
Well,
that
it's
here.
in there, and I'm sure that your fans will be able to see it too. Right now, we're going to go to a special TNT piece with the
Where?
Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Macho Man Randy Savage, at home no less. Can you believe it? It's in there. Just keep looking. There it is, backstabber.
Oh, yeah. I think
Elizabeth, this is absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe all the detail and everything. Has to cost a lot of money
That's right.
for the Intercontinental Champion.
That's right. Nothing but the best for him.
Well, Elizabeth, I must say, very, very impressive.
Well, thank you.
How many acres of land, all told, here on the estate?
17.
Am I going to be interrupting him?
Well, you might be.
Look at this. Does he do this all the time, continually working out?
Well, that's right. Continuous workout for him.
All right, Elizabeth, very, very impressive. As is this man, the Intercontinental Champion of the world, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Mr. TV announcer, how you doing?
Good to see you again, sir.
Good to see me, yeah. Do you really believe that? I mean, everything's hit between us. No problems, right, Elizabeth? No problems, right? Came in nice and easy. Yeah, that's
Beautiful,
good. Very
beautiful.
good, Miss. Yeah, that's fine.
It's beautiful. The home is beautiful.
Real
The
nice,
entire
yeah.
the entire layout is just gorgeous.
Talk to me, Gene Okerlund. Would you like to talk to me?
Brandy, if we can slip over here, if I could prevail upon you, I'd like to sit down and talk a little bit about the...
Sit in one of those chairs. It doesn't matter which one. That's the kind of hospitality.
I like that attitude.
Continental Heavyweight Championship.
Right here in front of the pool.
That'll be
Let's
fine. Yes, that'll be
let's
fine.
talk wrestling.
Wrestling, yes. I am very great at wrestling, aren't I? Yeah. Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, right, Elizabeth?
That's
yep.
right.
Okay, is that satisfying my, goals? No, it is not. No. I got it all, Gene Okerlund. I got it all here.
Well, I can see you've got quite a bit,
Wait.
substantial wealth, of course, that you've acquired as being the Intercontinental Champion of the world, regardless of how you got that title belt on February the 8th, 1986.
First thing of the day. No problem there, but guess what? I was rich a long time ago before I even had an Intercontinental title match. That's right. No problem there at all with money. 3 strives of man are pleasure, power, and possession. And pleasure, do I have pleasure, Elizabeth? Yeah,
Yes,
all
you do.
kinds of pleasure. See that? All kinds of pleasure, you know. And possessions, I've got possessions. Now power. Power. I believe that there's only one thing left for me to do on this planet right here.
And that is?
Yep, and that is... I bet you can guess what that is. Tell me, you tell me. Will you tell me what that is?
The heavyweight championship of the world.
That's right. Hulk Hogan, yeah.
You want it all, don't you?
Oh, I want it all, man. I want it all. I am the greatest wrestler that ever lived, past, present, and future. No problem there. There's an airplane going by and I'm not on it. You know why I'm not on it? No title defense right there. No, I'm ready right here.
You know, I'm very curious, Macho Man Randy. Excuse me.
All right, no problem. What'd you do?
You've built a fortress here of sorts for yourself. Obviously, you don't like the public around.
No, I just kind of stay by myself type of a thing. You know, like some people say paranoid, but I just say that I like to hang around the right kind of people. And who could be better to hang around than myself? Isn't that right, Elizabeth?
That's right,
The Macho Man Randy Savage with himself. Isn't that fantastic?
Excuse me, Randy, would you be terribly, at the risk of sounding negative, do you mind if I conduct the interview?
No problem, man. If you want to be negative, that's okay with me, you know, because I'm on top of the world with one more door to knock on, and I will knock on that door. You know what that door says? You know what it says on that door? It says...
Doesn't say come in.
No, it says Hulk who, with a big question mark right there. Yeah, Hulkamania is dead. And Macho Madness is more seductive than sex. Isn't that right, Elizabeth?
Wait, you didn't really say that. Do you agree with that?
Yes, if the Macho Man says it's so.
It's so. That's right. Did you get that?
Yeah. Elizabeth, I'm very curious. You look beautiful, by the way. You're tan to bronze. How is your tennis game going?
Oh, it's going pretty well. I've been practicing quite a bit.
Yeah, you've been practicing.
And what about golf? Now, I understand you started to take up golf a little earlier on here.
I enjoy golf a lot. That's a good exercise. I enjoy it a lot.
Obviously, you do a lot of swimming, Elizabeth.
Are you sure you're not getting a sore arm from stretching the microphone way over there to talk to Elizabeth or something? I wouldn't want you to get tennis elbow or something over here.
Well, she is such a big part of your package, I've just got to talk to her, Randy. I'm very curious. Macho Man Randy Savage, does the pressure of being the Intercontinental Champion get to you?
The pressure, man. I don't really feel the pressure about being the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, but the pressure of not being the World Heavyweight Champion is really stymied. Yes.
Macho Man Gene, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is a real important phone call, Macho Man. It's urgent.
It's urgent. What's urgent?
It's a national women's publication. They want to offer you $500,000 to pose for a centerfold. That's more than they offered Burt Reynolds.
$500,000?
Yeah.
Is that more than they offered Burt Reynolds?
That's more than they offered Burt Reynolds. She just said that. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Did you hear it? Well, listen, let me tell you something right now. Hang up the phone. Yeah, Macho Madness is more seductive than sex. I know that, yeah, but I haven't sung my song yet. No, you gotta wait a while. Yeah, a long time from now. They don't deserve it.
How can you turn down $500,000?
I just did it. Did you hear me? Yeah, I got the money, I've got the pleasures, and now I want the power of Hulk Hogan. Did you hear that? Yeah, it's on his door right there.
What now?
Randy, I'm sorry. It's another important phone call. It's a
What's
promoter.
urgent now? Tell me.
It's a promoter from Japan. He wants to offer you $400,000 just to come and wrestle 3 men.
We're talking about the aggregate on this is nearly $1 million.
Unbelievable. Tell him right now, no go. Yeah, tell him that the money is nothing but on my day off, he can bring those 3 guys down, and I'll beat them right here for nothing. Now hang up the phone.
I'm sorry.
Hang it up.
Can't believe
You're
you,
not
Randy
sorry,
Savage.
no.
You know, I was amazed this morning when I arrived here at your home, Macho Man Randy Savage. Yes, I can tell you are. I found a young couple honeymooning, as a matter of fact, and the young lady insisted she see you before they continue on the honeymoon.
It's a typical type situation. Women can't help themselves. They just do.
What is this?
Oh, man, there's a typical situation. Get her out of here, Elizabeth. I'm sorry. No, I know how you feel. Dreams, in your dreams. Fantasize. Gene Okerlund
You
do
have
something,
got to
man.
be kidding.
I've got
What
a
can I do?
surplus, unbelievably. Go on.
Well, there definitely is not any conceit in the family of Randy Savage because he has it all, Bobby. Are you with us this week? Are you going to join this program, or are you just going to continue?
You know, the last time I read something this good was War and Peace.
Please. What are you reading, your own article now?
That's right.
Give me a break.
And I'm also going to question what they mean by...
Backstabber. Benedict Arnold should have read up top there. In fact, we have a special interview coming up right now with the not-so-Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Let's go to the
My
tape.
surprise.
Well, thank you, Gorilla, and of course, Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Gorilla, something very unusual today on Primetime in that Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff contacted me and asked to be a guest on today's Primetime, and I would imagine, Mr. Wonderful, evidently something on your mind.
Well, thank you, Ken. You better believe something's on my mind. Let me tell you something right now, Monsoon, and I mean you better listen to every word I'm saying. Don't you ever, and I mean ever, hang up the telephone on me. Nobody does that and gets away with it. I'm sick and tired of you, Monsoon, getting up here and lying to all those people. Well, it's very obvious that you're on Hulk Hogan's side. You got a chip on your shoulder, too. You're jealous because I am the best thing in the WWF. You're jealous just like everybody else out there. Well, you better listen, and you better listen good. And I'll tell you something else. I think you deliberately slammed that telephone down on Bobby Heenan's fingers.
Oh, he wouldn't do that.
Yes, he would. He deliberately did it. And I ain't through with that neither, Monsoon. You know, like I said, the last person that did that, I left him laying right in the middle of the ring. And I'm talking about you, Hulk Hogan. And if you don't watch your step, Monsoon, you might be in the middle of that ring lying on your back, too, because you're not too big that I can't do it. And Hogan, before this is all over and done with, you know, and I know, and you know, and everybody else out there knows that I am going to be the next world's heavyweight champion. And I'm not ashamed at what I've done to Hulk Hogan. People call it indespicable. You call it what you want. I call it gaining self-respect.
Obviously, the old Mr. Wonderful indeed. We'll be back with more Primetime right after this.
Obvious. Warped brain. His brain is warped. You really destroyed that.
I believe an apology is due.
From him, yeah,
No,
definitely.
from you.
From me.
To Mr. Wonderful and myself. I'll accept it right now in front of these people.
break.
If you'd like to go off the air and when it's dark here, you can apologize to me.
The only way that he would ever get me on my back is if he back jumped me and you stabbed me in the back or something of that nature. Incidentally, wrestling, before we go too much farther along down the line, I want to just thank Coliseum Video for supplying us with that tape on the Macho Man and his home. And in fact, Coliseum Video in the very near future will have out on the market a complete video cassette of all of the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion Macho Man Randy Savage. Now, getting back to your creep,
I hope they put out a video
you're
of your
Benedict
apology.
Arnold, and there won't be any apology from me. You can go to the bank with that. And you tell him anytime he wants a call, I'll be more than happy to talk to him or hang up on him, one of the two. We'll be back. Wrestling fans, another big match here on this week's Primetime Wrestling. Of course, Billy Jack Haynes against Hercules Hernandez. Slick, obviously, in control of things now, at the helm for the fashion plate, is he not?
Well, I think Freddie Blassie is laying back a little more now. He's enjoying his wealth. He's letting Slick.
Cheapskate, he wouldn't know how to enjoy any money.
What do you mean he's cheap? Has he ever beaten you out of a tab or anything?
Wrestling fans, Freddie Blassie, take my word for it, is a cheapskate. Let's go down to ringside at Madison Square Garden in this tremendous matchup. Go to ringside.
The co-managers, Classy Freddie Blassie and Slick. And they represent from Tampa, Florida, weighing 267 pounds, Hercules Hernandez. His opponent from Portland, Oregon, weighing 246 pounds, Billy Jack Haynes.
Billy Jack Haynes against Hercules Hernandez. Tremendous matchup here in Madison Square Garden. Gorilla Monsoon at ringside along with Lord Alfred Hayes. And take a look at Slick, Alfred. Isn't he something? What a piece of work.
Where did he come from?
Can you imagine the dollars that he had to come up with to buy half interest, not only in Hercules Hernandez, but in Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik and anyone else that Fred Blassie has in the stable?
He obviously has a lot of money.
Of course, Blassie, that cheapskate that he is, that deep-pocketed, he hasn't spent 10 cents in the last 10 years that I know of. And you can imagine the money he salted away.
What do you think he does with all that money? Just leaves it in the bank?
Well, he buys all those fancy diamonds and gold, and I'm not too sure what the percentage is that his men get. You can bet it's not very much in his favor.
No, I haven't seen them dressed in diamonds and things like him.
Fashion plate looking out for number 1. You can bet on that.
Yes.
And now he's found a real piece of work here in Slick.
Yes, but Slick's very astute, you know.
He's a very dubious background, I understand.
Yes, he's acquired some money from somewhere, somehow or other, too. Nobody seems to know where, why, or how. But he's already...
Someone mentioned to me ladies of the evening. Did you hear that rumor?
I refrain from comment.
You don't comment. That rumor was thrown around for a while. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, he has a certain look about him, doesn't
he? Yes, he does. Two powerhouses here in center ring, Madison Square Garden, tying up like a couple of bulls. It'll be interesting to see who's going to reign in the power department.
It really is. You know, this might sound a funny thing to say, but whoever wins this match will be an upset. Because both these men...
Expect to win.
Expect to win, yes. Both of them think they are far superior to the other, so should the other one win, it would be considered an upset in their eyes, but also... Here is a test, because both men have this winning streak. I was going to say a test for Slick because he's newly taken on the affairs of, or half the affairs of Hercules Hernandez. And there he is giving advice right now. So let's see what he can do in that respect. We know what Billy Jack Haynes can do. He is just devastating. He is so good.
Both men possessing finishing holds that are submission holds. Of course, Billy Jack with a full Nelson, par excellence. There's no one that does it any better.
No.
And of course, the patented backbreaker, the upside down one by Hercules Hernandez. Once he lays that on, you can forget about it.
And there's nobody does that any better either.
Absolutely not.
So how interesting this whole match is. I look for Hercules Hernandez to wear down the back of Billy Jack Haynes, and I look for Billy Jack Haynes to try some of those speed moves.
Oh, look at that. Nice quick drop down in front. Leapfrog by the big guy. Ducks underneath it. Elbow does Hernandez. Quick movement on the part of Hercules Hernandez, surprising everyone here in the Garden.
He certainly surprised me because that was just a tremendous rate of speed.
Look at this. Awesome power. We expected to see that out of Hernandez, but we didn't expect that lightning-like speed that he just showed us.
Not only that, he finished up the victor of that particular little engagement there.
He sure did. Right now, got things going his way, and take a good look at that piece of work right there with a purple suit. Slick.
You know, his first move there. Pele shot.
Corner by Billy Jack Haynes. Slick's upset. Oh, look at that shot! Excuse me.
Wow.
The power department has not been settled as yet.
No.
There goes Hernandez right through the center top rope.
Power for power, that's an equal match because they've both done exactly the same to each other. Although I thought that maybe Hercules' slam did a little more damage to Billy Jack Haynes than possibly the slam to Hercules.
Slick saying it's time to regroup here.
I think Slick ought to be careful because he's a very treacherous person.
He's also a very skinny person.
Yes.
Looks like he could break him in half without too much provocation.
Hercules will turn on anybody. And Slick may be treading in on dangerous ground there with Hercules.
Boy, this match is going to be a beauty. Slickster moving around in our direction. Slick, let me ask you this. I see Freddie Blassie has retired to the locker room area already.
That's right.
Are you in charge?
I'm in charge. I know how to handle things. And believe you, the momentum is just about to pick up, baby, because Hercules going to give this guy the worst beat he ever got in his muscle head life.
Beautiful atomic drop there. Hercules not looking too well at the moment. Another beautiful drop kick. And Hernandez down. Slick may be eating some of those words right
Yes.
now, Alfred.
If he comes back again, will you ask him what advice he gave his man? It doesn't seem to be very, very good.
I think he told me to meet me in the parking lot later. Slick, what kind of advice did you give Hernandez? He just got clobbered.
You guys over here distracting my attention. Now look what happened.
You better be paying attention to your man out there.
I think you've upset him, Gorilla.
Well, it wouldn't take too much to do that. He got a right name, Slick, I'll tell you that. Whoever put that handle on him knew what they were talking about. Reverse chin lock now by Billy Jack Haynes, and the Slickster upset.
And well, he should be, because they were fantastic moves by Billy Jack Haynes. He strung together about 4 or 5 moves there. Every one of them was successful, and everyone really hurt his opponent, Hercules Hernandez.
Well, Slick at ringside with that cane reminds me of the dubious one, Mr. Fuji. Always with the cane in his hand, and you never know what kind of things they're going to do or what's conjured up in their minds. Front face lock now by the big man from Oregon. Doesn't smoke, doesn't drink, doesn't do drugs.
Doesn't go with girls.
I didn't say that. I'm talking about Jack Haynes, and he advises the youth of America today to do the same.
Good for him. That's excellent advice.
Boy, he's squeezing for all he's worth with that side headlock. Oh, look at this. Nice way to get out, and he holds on to it.
Oh, my word.
Oh, Billy Jack manages to hang on to the headlock, even after the suplex. I can't believe it.
Wow, what a show of courage on his part. I mean, that must have been sheer pain and agony, showing a little bit of it in his face, but he hung on. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Not only because of that tremendous neck development, Alfred, could he do that, I'm sure.
Yes.
That powerful shoulder and trapezius area. Although he came right down on the external occipital protuberance, right on the back of his head.
Is that what it's called?
That's
that
it.
place at the back of the head?
That little lump that you have back there, which I always wondered what that was. That's what it is. I'll ask Slick about it later to make sure that I'm correct.
That little lump on the back of that boat also was a protuberance.
External occipital protuberance.
Maybe a little bit bigger now on Billy Jack Haynes.
Slick screaming in advice to Hernandez, who certainly needs it at this point in time. And he's got a lot of...
Wow, plenty of action in Madison Square Garden in this particular matchup. And I'm surprised that the strength department was not won by Hercules Hernandez. But of course, this match a long way from being over. We'll be right back with more exciting action in a moment.
Will I get to talk?
We're back. Go ahead. Say it. Go speak. Now's your chance to.
Tell me to speak.
Well, you wanted some time. Go ahead.
Spaniel.
I'm giving you some time.
Okay, you want me to say something?
Yes,
I'll be glad to.
Go ahead. Let's go back and join the match.
What? As well, they picked a page, I'm sure, out of the book of Freddie Blassie.
That was absolutely
Nice, tremendous shot right over the shoulder of Slick.
Yes, that's a Slick side view. So that is a good shot. You're absolutely right. You're seeing exactly what Slick is saying.
Shoulder block. Hernandez down quickly in front. Look out. Oh, handful of hair. And right out onto the table. Rammed raised back right into the pointy edge of the table here. And he is down and hurt.
I was about to say to you, Gorilla, that Billy Jack Haynes, the man from Oregon, didn't seem to be moving quite as fast as he was in the beginning. That opening flurry, where he was definitely on top, and we see that he did pay the price for that just then.
Oh, he took a tremendous shot right into the kidney area as the point of the table just rammed him as he came flying out of the ring. And now both men on the floor here, right in front of our table, going to work. Look out! Rams him right into the steel railing. An arm whip right into the steel barricade surrounding the ring here. Billy Jack in trouble.
And what a damaging maneuver that was. He just rammed him right into the steel barricade. As we said before, he's working on his back. Look at that big red wheel across the back of Billy Jack. And definitely Hercules Hernandez is sucking up top there.
Slick was quick to counter and get right back into the ring before you count it outside. Billy Jack not too sure just where he is right now. And Hercules in good shape, coming out again as the action continues on the floor here in Madison Square
boot to the head.
Luckily for Billy Jack, he fell into one of the seats just emptied out by the spectators here at ringside. And we're in deep trouble here, Alfred.
Billy Jack is definitely in trouble. He's trying to regroup. He's trying to get something back into the head.
Hernandez with a steel chair now. Oh, and rams him right in the face with it.
He rammed him in the face with the edge of that steel chair, and that looks as though it's knocked him out backwards.
Right into the jaw, being a referee now admonishing him, but of course it's after the fact. If he thought that badly of it, should have disqualified him.
Yes, and it could be very close to the end now, although Billy Jack seems to be getting himself back into some sort of shape.
Big
but I can't
smile.
yes, from Hercules Hernandez, but I can't imagine Billy Jack being able to weather this one.
Well, it takes an awful lot of intestinal fortitude, guts, so to speak, to come back after an onslaught like that. But if anybody can do it, this guy from Portland, Oregon certainly can.
Well, just let's hope he can, because this is going to be a big upset if he can't.
His reflexes are not working too well right now, and easily understood after being rammed into the table in the kidney area and then just slung face first right into the steel barricade surrounding the ring here. Hernandez wasting a lot of time here, Alfred.
He is, and there's 25,000 people urging Billy Jack Haynes to make a show of this. And believe me, when you get all those people behind you, sometimes you can pick up that extra adrenaline and make that effort.
Irish whipping. Hernandez going to work on the back. Look at the bear hug now. With those mighty pythons putting the squeeze on, possibly setting him up for that back foot.
It is indeed. That's exactly what he's doing, softening up that back, playing on the back all the time.
Billy Jack came out with a desperation move there, rang the bell of Hernandez. But Billy Jack still in deep trouble here in Madison Square Garden, as Hernandez right at this point in time holding all the aces. The smile is gone off the face of Slick.
Slick is looking a little bit worried, and well he might here, because Billy Jack is showing that he's got a lot of courage.
Exchange of roundhouse rights here. It looks like Billy Jack might come up the better of this.
He's digging down deep, and he seems to have a little extra there.
Big roundhouse right sends Hercules down to the canvas.
What a turnaround. Billy Jack couldn't raise that arm just a minute or two ago. Now look at him.
Oh, look at this.
Reverse. And that takes its toll.
Desperation move on the part of Hernandez. He knew he was in trouble. Both men in trouble. Now, both men ripe for the pickings, Alfred.
Yes, either of them could fall here. Look at those wheels across the back of Billy Jack there. We just caught them. Where Hercules Hernandez has been trying to soften him up.
He'll have trouble getting up tomorrow.
Yes. Hercules, although he's on his feet looking good, he's not feeling so good inside, I can assure you.
And he got the heavy muscles, you get the heavy aches as well. Suplex coming up. Who's going to get it? Hernandez delivers it. Well executed.
Take your hat off to Hernandez, because I thought he would never make that. I didn't think there was any power left in it.
Could be all over here.
It is.
Doesn't bother to hook the leg. He took it for granted. He had the guy beat.
I thought he was going to hook a leg, and he didn't.
Every opportunity that presents itself, Slick shouting words of encouragement and instruction to Hercules Hernandez.
It's only conditioning now that are keeping both these men on their feet. In fact, it's only conditioning that's kept either of them in this match, because it could have been lost a long time ago.
Going for it again.
Another one.
Oh, look at the block. Billy Jack steps in and makes the block. And now comes back. He's got him over. Yes. Not well executed, but got him over.
He got him over, and I thought for one moment he wasn't going to make it. And if he hadn't have made that, that would have been the finish of Billy Jack.
Very dangerous maneuver, the suplex, the vertical kind. If not executed properly, can put the lights out for you as well.
Going for a power slam. No, just an ordinary slam. He obviously hasn't got the strength for that.
Second turnbuckle on the inside. No one there.
Too long, too late.
This match has gone longer than anticipated.
Absolutely. I didn't expect this to go over 5 minutes. I thought these men would just rip each other apart, which they have done, and yet they haven't been able to subdue either of them.
Irish whip in now. Ducks underneath the elbow. Look out.
Oh, head to head. Billy Jack didn't have the ability to stop that tackle. He just kept going with it.
I think he got caught in the middle of the move, but he wasn't sure exactly what he wanted to do or whether he knew what he wanted to do and didn't have control of his body to do it. And that's not hard to understand with some of the punishment that he's taken.
Absolutely no strength left at all. Lock up. Yeah. Both men reeling. And what a fantastic match this has been. Everything that we expected it to be.
Hernandez staggering around the ring, trying to find Billy Jack, and he did, but ran into a little offense. Now look at this. Oh, what a clothesline job. The youngster's got the adrenaline flowing again, Alfred.
Yes, he seems to get spurts of energy from somewhere. I don't know where. He digs it up from way, way down.
Irish whip in again, plants the boot right in the lower abdomen area.
We'll turn him for a Boston, maybe. No.
Do a little more punishment down in the lower abdomen area. Yes, he does. Drop that heel. Slick knows that Hernandez is in trouble.
That was a dubious move there by Billy Jack Haynes, but it has paid off. Hercules just can't get up off the canvas. Billy Jack's going to help him.
Another Irish whip coming up. Watch out. Clothesline. Didn't have the full body weight behind it, but still was effective.
Just enough power to knock him down.
Hooks a leg. Whoa, that was close.
Wow, holy mackerel. What the excitement in this match.
When he gets back from the gym,
who are you trying to reach now? My God,
just a moment. You're gonna find out. Yeah, have him call
Hercules
me.
Hernandez having all kinds of problems with Billy Jack Haynes in Madison Square Garden. This one not over yet. We'll be right back. Let me ask you, what's Hernandez got to do if he wants to come out on top in this match? How's he going to get by the youth and the speed of Billy Jack?
Well, he's going to have to wear him down. But I'm waiting for a phone call from Orndorff. Last phone call you're going to receive.
We're going back to the match. Let's see the conclusion.
Shoulder out of there.
Did you notice that, Gorilla?
Slick was checking his pocket on that one, Alvin.
Yeah. Billy Jack did hook the leg.
Look at that.
But couldn't pull it in.
That's a disqualification right there, referee, whether you realize it or not. It was a low blow.
What is he going to do?
The referee's laying the count on both of them, Alfred, but that was a definite low blow right in front of the referee. That's an automatic disqualification in anyone's book.
I didn't see where the referee was placed, and I was watching the monitor, and I saw it deliberately made, below deliberately aimed.
Referee couldn't have missed that unless he was blind.
Right, in a place where it shouldn't have been.
Maybe we need to get him a dog. Attempts a clothesline on the top rope, but Billy Jack got one arm underneath there and took a whole lot of that hold away.
Hercules couldn't get enough strength to lift him high enough to be effective. However, that was a very effective knee drop.
That's a question of conditioning. Right?
Come on! Hey!
I can't believe that both these men are still going hammer and tongue. It's been one of the hardest fought matches ever here at Madison Square Gardens. Each man has made mistakes at various points, but each man has made some brilliant moves too. Billy Jack
muster something up here.
Right, he has been able to do it.
Uh-oh, look out.
Back suplex.
Another suplex. Oh, right on the back of his head. Both of them came down on their heads, really.
Neither of them have the strength to lift their heads.
Could be all over right here. 1 count, 2 count, and no. Close, but no cigar.
How Billy Jack can get up after that absolutely astounds me.
As Mean Gene would say, only in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yes. A better clothesline from Hercules. Hercules now seems to be dragging something up from way down.
Got his second win, I'm sure.
Yes, he has. Maybe his third even. Look at him. He's become complacent.
Yep. Can't do that with a man that has the talents and abilities that Billy Jack Haynes does. Crowd trying to get Billy Jack to get things going, get some offense mounted, but he's in deep trouble right now.
He really is in trouble.
Both men are quite exhausted at this point.
Billy Jack's legs just buckled, and he didn't go down as much as his legs just buckled underneath him.
I might do good here to just slip out of the ring and take a little walk for himself.
Yeah, give himself just a few seconds. Just 15 or 20 seconds might be enough there. He's coming back.
Well, neither one of these men will be able to fulfill any more commitments that they might have later on in the week after this round. It'll take them a week to recuperate from this match.
Maybe even longer.
Hernandez now with the whip in. Backdrop.
Well, I said it before, and I'll say it again, I'm absolutely astounded at the amount of punishment that Billy Jack Haynes has taken during the course of this match. And yet somehow or other he can still drag himself. Will he still be able to do that now?
1 count, 2. Oh, the bell rang. I don't believe there was a 3 count. We may have had a time limit run out here. Referee only laid a 1.5 or maybe 2 count on, and the bell sounded. There was no 3 count. Look at Slick now, trying to get the referee to see things his way, but we'll just wait and see. The referee's going to tell our ring announcer, and he's going to tell us. Let me tell you something. That's too much. That's going on.
Billy Jack was late kicking out of that, even though the bell did ring, and I wonder what was first, the bell, the kick out, or the count.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time limit has expired. The referee's official decision, this bout is a draw.
Time limit definitely expired, as both wrestlers are quite expired as well. And the match is a draw. And now look at this. Billy Jack asking for 5 more minutes.
Oh, I can't believe that. Why? Well, he's got a lot of courage.
Well, the referee's saying, okay, you want another 5 minutes? We'll give you another 5 minutes. Maybe he's sorry right now he asked for another 5 minutes.
I would think so, definitely now. Hercules seems to have got something from somewhere. That extra time has certainly inspired him. Billy Jack unable to reply at all. Just arm weary, can't get to his feet. He is absolutely finished, drained of all energy.
Does appear to be quite spent. Whip coming up, no, reversal at the last second by Billy Jack, and both men crash together once again. The tank is empty, Alfred. In both
Absolutely,
wrestlers.
there is nothing left there.
Oh, look
Or
at
is
that,
there?
can't believe it. The adrenaline flowing in the body of Billy Jack Haynes, and now he's starting to unload on Hercules Hernandez. Where is he getting it from? Beats me to...
Where does it come from?
Hernandez getting his second win moments ago, and now it's Billy Jack with his. Right in the lower abdomen. Look out, perhaps full Nelson. Yes, he's watching. He's setting him up for it.
Here he comes.
He can't get those hands locked. He can't reach underneath and lock the hands. Oh, look at this. Slick now, pulling Hernandez out of there. Slick taking matters into his own hands, Alfred.
I don't blame him, because from somewhere, somehow or other, Billy Jack got inspiration, and that inspiration gave him strength. And he nearly had that damaging finishing hold that he uses so successfully. Hello, what is this? He's counting him?
I don't know how he can be counting him out. The match was
This
over
match was over.
a long time ago.
If he doesn't get back in, is he going to give this verdict to Billy Jack Haynes?
And this is strange, Alfred.
This is certainly very, very strange.
Obviously, the referee agreed to another 5 minutes and counted that as match time. I'm sure Slick nor Hernandez realized that.
Get
They
back
just
in the dressing room.
figured it was another 5-minute period.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee in the additional 5-minute period has awarded this bout as a result of a countout to Billy Jack Haynes.
Wow, what a turnaround of events that was. In fact, I understand that when the fashion plate heard that he was going home with the short end of the money, he got really bent out of shape. What is it now?
Bobby
Give
Heenan.
me a break.
Aha. Phone call for Mr. Monsoon.
Thanks. Hello? Yes. Yes. Oh, great. No, everything's fine.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, I'll take care of the whole situation. Right. Thanks for calling, though. I appreciate it. Okay, bye-bye.
Ready for the apology?
Yeah, you know who that was? Watch your fingers. Mean Gene. Concerned about what you're doing here on Prime Time Wrestling. He said if I have any problems with you, that he has some things out of your past that I could use as ammunition.
My past?
And if that didn't work, to just go to page 58 in the new WWF magazine. There was some people there that would take care of you. You got the magazine.
What do you mean, my past?
I don't know, and I'll take a look and find it. Ha! Page 58. These guys will certainly be able to take care of any situation
tired
that
of seeing
arises.
that garbage.
Here at
Machine
Fort
this, machine that. Tired of machines.
Well, you've certainly got to live with it. Bobby the Brain Heenan once again in problems, deep, deep trouble. We'll be back right after this. We're back, wrestling fans, and regardless of what Bobby the Brain Heenan is doing, we're going to go to a match anyway that involves probably his most outrageous individual, the Benedict Arnold of the wrestling world. We're not going to do this, Bobby. Corporal Kirchner is going to be in this match against the not-so-Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff.
This is Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Imagine I have to put up with
I've
this.
got to
We're
watch
going to
a match
eliminate
right
this
now.
phone forever from Prime Time. We'll see to that. Let's go to ringside
Maybe you don't
right
know
now.
who you're talking to here, man.
On his way in there he is. Talk about pride in one's country. This guy's got it.
I've never seen anybody get psyched up for a match the same way as Corporal Kirchner. When he comes in, he's absolutely sky high with emotion.
He'll certainly have to be because his opponent, Mr. Wonderful.
Yes.
The Benedict Arnold of the wrestling world, Paul Orndorff.
Well, I wouldn't exactly say that, but he is on a tear. He has a lot in mind. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. In the ring, from Fort Bragg, North Carolina, weighing 263 pounds, Corporal Kirchner. And his opponent,
What is this? That's Hulk Hogan's theme song.
I was going to say, is that new music? Then I
That's
realized
I Am
it's
a Real
not.
American. That's the theme for the world's heavyweight champion, Hulk Hogan. What kind of maneuver is this? Bobby the Brain Heenan and Paul Orndorff making their way down to the ring. How did they get a hold of that?
I don't know, but I wouldn't mind betting that's a lot to do with Bobby Heenan. That's one of his perverse methods of getting at something.
Maybe we can get some kind of clarification on that as the bomb goes on. Definitely using the world heavyweight champion's own personal song, I Am a Real American. Oh, take a look at that. What a despicable, disgusting situation.
That is mocking Hulk. And that is trying to make Hulk look stupid when he's not here to defend himself. As you say, a little on the despicable side.
Disgraceful endings here by Paul Orndorff. Now under the tutelage of Bobby the Brain Heenan. He'll have his hands full with the corporal.
He will. He seems to be very satisfied with himself. I was going to say before Howard made the announcements that Orndorff in his own mind feels a little miffed. He feels that Hulk Hogan didn't give 100% to their alliance. And maybe he has some justification, but it certainly put him on a tear.
well, so do we.
microphone taken up as the chant goes out from this capacity crowd here in the Garden. Hogan, and Orndorff doesn't like it.
No, he doesn't like that at all. But it seems to inspire him, though, even though he doesn't like it. And I would think this is not really working well to Corporal Kirchner's advantage, because when Orndorff gets angry, my word, he gets angry. And he seems to have superhuman strength with that anger. We know his ability already.
Nobody is denying the ability, the wrestling talent, the tremendous physique, the strength possessed by Paul Orndorff. But you certainly have to think seriously about some of the tactics that he's using.
Yes, you do. But, you know, to be successful, sometimes you have to use a certain amount of
To be
tactics.
successful, you have to double-cross your best friend? Give me a break, Alfred. That's exactly what he did.
I can't really make any comment about that.
No comment from his lordship. I'm sure that we all saw a number of times on national television how he just literally hung out the champion to dry.
Well, we know that Orndorff has a flash temper, and we know that he can easily be disturbed mentally, and I'm afraid that's what happened with Hulk. Now, Orndorff thinks he has reason for that. He thinks, in fact, that Hulk was the one who let him down.
Highly unlikely that transpired that way. Will we see a clean break? Yes. Only momentarily, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sure, too. Because Orndorff hasn't won his matches doing things like that.
Nice weasel's eye view right over the shoulder there. Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Orndorff matching power for power there with Corporal Kirchner, forcing him back to the ropes. I can't see his face, but possibly another smile on it.
And Heenan applauding.
Oh, this is very nice, isn't it? Kirchner trying to decide what to do. I think he's completely mystified by Orndorff breaking clean on those two occasions.
Chant going out here. Weasel by this capacity crowd. And he certainly will take exception to that.
Another confrontation there of sorts against the ropes. Let's see if he breaks clean again. No. A slap around the face.
Adrenaline flowing in the body of the corporal because he didn't even acknowledge that blow, Alfred.
No, it was a slap around the face. It was a type of humiliating slap. In fact, Orndorff, I believe, wants to humiliate Kirchner. And once he's humiliated, he may make a mistake.
Definitely trying to do a sight job on the youngster.
And you know, I think he's getting through to Kirchner. Look at Kirchner. Kirchner, of course, isn't a seasoned veteran as much as Orndorff is.
Look at this now. Ah, come on, referee. The referee stepped right in there and grabbed the arm. Bobby the Brain Heenan, let me ask you this. How could you have the audacity to bring your man out here with Hulk Hogan's own personal theme song?
Oh, that's Hulk Hogan music?
Absolutely.
I don't know where you heard that from. That music was composed and written for Mr. Wonderful, and that's all I have to say.
That's a lie, Bobby.
It is not a lie. It's bad enough on prime time I have to take your abuse. I'm not going to do it right now here at ringside at Madison Square Garden.
Well,
you want to talk to me?
Pay attention to this match because the corporal has all the tools necessary to put Paul Orndorff in his place.
And the
that
corporal
corporal's
is
going
in
to be back
trouble
there
right
peeling
now,
potatoes,
too.
and we're done with him.
Well,
and if you
we'll
want to
just
talk
have
to me again, make an appointment.
We'll have to find out, won't we? Oh, look at this. Nice arm drag out of the corner, hip lock, and now a drop kick, another one, and Orndorff is real.
And for just a moment there, it looked as if the corporal had come unstuck. Somehow or other, the corporal managed. Look at him.
He's mocking him now.
He's doing a little of his own mocking there.
Mr. Wonderful not looking so wonderful right at the moment.
The corporal, as I was saying, has managed to launch his own attack. And quite successfully by the look of things.
They're out of shape as well as Orndorff.
In fact, they've done such a good job of psyching out the corporal that he's managed to turn the tables on them.
Well, he's got so much adrenaline flowing in his system. I don't know.
Wow, you two obviously underestimated the corporal. No comment?
There's no comment to make about Corporal Kirchner.
He drove your man right out of the ring. Man
Sure,
who
he
wants to be world's champion.
Jumps up in here and kicks a man in the face with combat boots.
We'll be right back with the
He's not
exciting
properly
conclusion of
dressed
this
as a
match in a
wrestler.
moment.
He should be wearing.
We're back, fans. You know, I'll tell you something. Where do you get the right, where do you get the authority to use Hulk Hogan's music when you're coming in the ring?
That's our music. That song was written for Paul Orndorff.
Please.
The song wasn't written for Hulk Hogan. That's another thing he stole.
Let's go back to the match.
No, wait,
wrestling
I want to
fans.
explain something to
We're
people
going
here.
back.
No, wait a minute.
That is the top. That may run out pretty quickly. It has a way of doing that.
Saps your strength. It gives you that phenomenal strength for a short period of time, and then it really drains you.
Yes. And he's going to need every ounce of strength he's got against Orndorff. I think the corporal can do something good here tonight. I'm really sure of it.
Standing top wrist lock by Kirchner.
Good move by Kirchner.
If Orndorff can get the arm back there, he should be able to win that test of strength.
Well, look at the way Kirchner's got that on there. He's got perfect leverage with that. Got it gripped right. Nice and tightly.
And full of hair got him out of there.
But you can't come back.
Can't believe the referee grabbed the arm of Corporal Kirchner earlier on.
No, and I can't believe the referee didn't admonish Orndorff just then either, because he said nothing whatsoever about that handful of hair.
Uh-oh, chant going out. Weasel here at ringside. There's 25,000 plus on hand here in Madison Square Garden. And Orndorff now starting to unload. Oh, look at that. Just rammed him face first, nose first, down into the canvas.
When Orndorff moves, it's really poetry in motion.
Suplex coming up. Well executed, vertical job.
Super suplex there by Mr. Wonderful. And following it up straight away. There's no hesitation with Orndorff. When he's got you in trouble, he's the complete professional. He doesn't give you a chance to recuperate.
This match been going on for some 10 minutes now, Alfred, and Orndorff has not broken a sweat yet. Show you what kind of condition he's in.
Yes, absolutely.
He'll have to be, because somewhere, someplace down the line, he's going to have to step into the ring with the world's heavyweight champion.
Well, if you can believe what he says, that was what he wants more than anything. And he's ready. There's no doubt about it. Look at him. I mean, that is perfect physical conditioning, is it not?
No question. Nobody ever questioned his conditioning, his physique, his wrestling ability, only his manner in which he conducts himself.
He has ability, Gorilla. He really does. As you have yourself said on many occasions, he has the right mental approach.
But now he's sided with the likes of the adorable one, Adrian Adonis, Bobby the Brain Heenan. He had a big hug fest with King Kong Bundy and Big John Studd. And that's not the Paul Orndorff that I knew of.
No, he's chosen a peculiar group for his friends, but
you know, if that's the road he thinks he has to take, you know, to get to the top, that may be the wrong road.
It could be, but do you think that Hulk was giving him 100% consideration when they were attacking?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The Brain screaming at Orndorff, saying, watch the count, you'll get disqualified. As if that would bother him.
Yeah.
Ducks underneath, a nice clothesline. Look out, high cross body by the Corporal. Orndorff shoulders down for a 1 count only. He's quick.
Really
look at that.
Actually, the Brain is right, because Orndorff has an unblemished record here, and he wants him to keep that particular record in individual matches. And if he were disqualified, it would go down in the record books as a loss.
Oh, look at that. Clothesline him right on the steel railing.
And really, he'd better be careful, otherwise he will get disqualified. Just look at Orndorff.
Oh, big smile on the kisser, the Brain.
Oh, they're so happy now.
Thrilled to death. Things not looking too well here in Madison Square Garden for Corporal Kirchner, as he's been on the receiving end here for the last 4 or 5 minutes. But you got to give this youngster a lot of credit off it. What he lacks in experience, he makes up for in guts.
He does indeed, and he's got a lot of courage, as you say, guts. And he has a lot of strength too, and sometimes he can dig down and pull out that victory when you least suspect it. Orndorff is not a high-risk wrestler. He doesn't make those moves from top ropes and things like that. He'll sometimes wait for his man to make a mistake and then punish him, and that's exactly what has happened in this match. The Corporal made a few impetuous moves there, and Orndorff cashed in on them, and now look at him.
Irish whip in by Orndorff, drop kick.
And that is why he doesn't make those high-risk moves. He did there and came unstuck with him.
Corporal managed to hook that top rope and stayed on the ropes. Orndorff came right down on the back of his head. Oh, headbutt right between the eyes by the Corporal. Orndorff is wrecking and reeling right now.
He is. He doesn't exactly know
Atomic drop coming up, yes.
In fact, Orndorff is really hurt.
Big roundhouse right by the Corporal. Where's he going? That's not one of his fortes to be up there.
What is he doing? Those boots are so that is not his.
He's used to jumping out of planes, but I don't know what he's doing in here. Oh, look at that. Orndorff ducked right underneath that leap. Corporal came down, guts first. And look at this. Heenan saying, give him the pile driver. And Orndorff right over there in a hurry.
He's not going to waste time on that.
Uh-oh, here it comes. High vertical position.
Oh!
Good night.
Ooh, what a pile driver.
Good night. Get the shower ready. This one's history. One mistake on the part of the Corporal, and that's all she wrote.
Fantastic victory for Mr. Wonderful.
Gonna have a super king-size headache. Corporal Kirchner, as he is the recipient of the patented pile driver.
Here is your winner, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Something. A dog getting down! If I could expostulate just one.
I don't think even the world champion Hulk Hogan himself would have got up after that.
Let's go back, if we can, and take a look at the outstanding pile driver. As that man right there, Paul Orndorff, decides to put away after making a mistake young Corporal Kirchner. And imagine the impact. He not only drops him off, but
watch out how he goes off.
Oh, look at that.
Twisted him as well at the same time.
Knocked him right into the middle of next week. Paul Orndorff with the easy victory with the pile driver. And now look, giving opposing demonstrations to the World Heavyweights Champions music. I can't believe it.
Certainly wasn't, please. Certainly wasn't like Corporal Kirchner should not try those high-risk moves. It may have been all right in the 82nd Airborne jumping out of it, but up on that top rope, that's nowhere's land
Corporal
for him.
Kirchner should take a bunch of Boy Scouts on a hike in the woods and leave them. That's simple.
Give me a break.
Yo! Just a moment. You know, you realize, you just think about this. Since I've taken over as host here on Prime Time, the ratings have soared. This is Time Life magazine right now calling me.
Please. Yeah. Speaking about ratings, wrestling fans, I'm sure everyone saw on national television here just last week where Roddy Piper had quite a bit to do with Adrian Adonis as far as ratings. And in fact, next week we're going to be bringing you the return of Piper's Pit right here on Prime Time Wrestling. And it's going to be quite some confrontation go down, I'm sure, between Roddy has really been out of shape. What is Time Magazine want to do an interview with you at the air host or something? What is it?
The air host?
Yeah, the air host.
They want to do a whole layout.
That's where you and Blassie absconded with some towels. You owed him $85.
I never took a towel in my life.
We'll be back right after this.
You're the one that loads the ashtrays in your bag.
Wrestling fans, it's time for our feature. Big tag team matchup. Former world champions Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik taking on two youngsters coming down the pike in one golden boy, Danny Spivey, and former co-holder himself out of the All-American out of Syracuse University, Mike Rotundo. Tremendous athlete.
Well, like you say, they're coming down the pike, and their best bet would be to hit an off-ramp, turn around, and go back.
Why? Do you think they're going to have a big problem?
I think they're going to have a big problem getting their shoes on.
Let's go down to ringside right now and take a look at our primetime
You
feature.
asked me.
I know.
I'm the host.
The U.S. Express.
The USA Express, and what a dynamic team they are. All-American out of Syracuse University, Mike Rotundo, and Golden Boy Danny Spivey. They are a handful of them.
And what an exciting combination they are. Without a doubt, they are the most exciting team to come into the ranks of the WWF. And this year could be their year. This could be the year that they're going to make a complete name for themselves. They could become the champions. If they beat Sheik and Volkov tonight, they will definitely be regarded as the logical #1 contenders.
Truer words were never spoken. This program is authorized by Madison Square Garden Productions Incorporated, solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, description, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express written consent of Madison Square Garden Productions, Inc., is definitely prohibited.
You do that so nicely.
Thank you. Of course, on the other hand, you know, should Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik be victorious in this match, their names will be inked right on a contract for a title match by the Rules Committee. You can go to the bank with that as well.
Yes, definitely. You know, I think Slick has been trying to get out of this particular match against Rotundo and Spivey because he already had their names inked in for a championship. And if they do lose here, if they should lose, then that might be one of the clauses in that contract that says they are not going to fight for the championship.
Certainly would drop them down a few more rungs on the ladder, because the tag team competition right now here in the World Wrestling Federation is hot and heavy. Of course, we cannot forget the Dream Team, the former champions, Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus Beefcake. Boy, they're hot on the trail of the British Bulldogs.
Oh, they're doing so well lately, too. They are doing remarkably well.
All kinds of tag team action here in the World Wrestling Federation. Bundy and Studd looking for a title shot.
Yes, and I tell you, an excellent team are two former Intercontinental champions, Pedro and Tito. And they've done so well. Look at these two lads.
I want to see some great amateur moves here as you're looking at the Iron Sheik represented Iran in the Olympics. He knows all the moves, and of course the All-American out of Syracuse University, Mike Rotundo. I don't know how much amateur wrestling we'll see out of the big Russian, Nikolai Volkov, but
we'll see a lot of kicking from him.
Yes. The master of the suplex, the Iron Sheik. Oh, look at this. Nice fireman's carry. And a head scissors counter by Rotundo, and look how quick he is.
Good speed. In fact, astonishing speed, because the Sheik thought he had him. He came out of that headlock, although scissors, I should say, but immediately Rotundo was on his feet faster than the Sheik.
Nice go behind once again, and Rotundo with a nice crotch switch reverses it immediately. Hip lock blocked nicely. Beautiful moves by Rotundo. He's thinking 2 steps ahead of the Sheik right now.
He is indeed. The Sheik is thinking 1 move, and you're quite right, Rotundo is thinking 2 moves. And he whipped him into the mat there too when he brought him over in that crossbody.
Well, once again, the fashion plate has alleviated the premises, Alfred, and left Slick in charge.
Yes, yes, he has. Probably gone back to count his money.
Well, he certainly can do that with the best of them. Rotundo retaliates from the right hand with one of his own. Grabs a side headlock. Sheik won't stay in this long. He doesn't like that.
He did snap that hip lock on nicely, though.
Shoulder block, but the Sheik drops down quickly in front. Look out, leapfrog. Watch out. Hip lock reversed. Rotundo's clock is still ahead.
Incredible balance there shown by Rotundo, and great timing as well. Young Spivey coming in now, a very improved man.
The Golden Boy has come a long way since teaming up with Mike Rotundo. All that experience and polish is rubbing off.
It is indeed. It's making it.
Look at that.
Nice. Very nice. Spivey even had time to look around for a little appreciation of that move.
Top and drop, well executed. Oh, big guy still taking advantage of the situation. Watch out, watch your back. Drops the heel right into the lower abdomen. Sheik wants out of there in the worst way, but he didn't make it.
The long arms and legs of Spivey don't allow him to tag out.
Step
so
over toe hold right here, applying the pressure. Sheik trying to maneuver his way back to where he can reach his partner, Nikolai. Now he does.
Sheik looked good for a couple of moments there, and then as soon as Spivey came in, that changed.
Oh, look at that. The big Russian just ran over Spivey and hit it again. That's 300. Oh, look at the cartwheel. Showing us a little agility there. Oh, look at this. Over the top quickly. Oh, excuse me. There's a couple of elbows for you. Golden Boy and Mike Rotundo having a good time here in jam-packed Madison Square Garden. 25,000 plus on hand. Oh, look at that.
I was just about to say the awesome Russian isn't built for that speed stuff, but he moved out of that corner quickly enough.
Well, once he gets you in a compromising position, but he starts to unload on you, and he can do that with the best of them. Irish whip there, look out, well executed. That's a long way down for Spivey.
It is. He pivoted by his neck, then his feet came right up in the air, and he must have been horizontal about 7 feet above the ring surface.
Certainly his wrestling techniques have not suffered at all, although his singing leaves a lot to be desired. Tables are turning here, and a sleeper hold right in the center of the ring by the Golden Boy, Danny Spivey. And the big Russian looked like he's swimming in the 100 meters, but there's no water out there.
Look at his face. Look at the Russian's face.
Uh-oh, look out. Sheik coming in. Referee tried to keep him out, but he couldn't do it.
Sheik knew his man was in trouble there. He knew his partner was in very, very bad trouble. Sheik was determined to make that rescue.
Watching Slick at ringside, he doesn't seem to be too disturbed as what's going on, but maybe he doesn't know what's going on.
Maybe he doesn't understand it. The action
Shot
has
off
been
again.
fast and furious. Oh, something happened to Spivey there. He just seemed to buckle down.
Well, they hit shoulder to shoulder, but I believe Spivey's knee might have popped on that move.
It's possible because his legs just seem to buckle on.
Small package him right in the center of the ring. 2 count only. The big guy manages to power out.
Still got a lot of strength in that big, huge body.
Beautiful maneuver there and a nice small package. Taking a page out of the book of Sheik and Volkov.
Yes. A little of their own medicine there. Rotundo moves so smoothly for such a big man.
Real consummated athlete. Well,
just managed to get that. Almost missed it.
He really doesn't have it.
No.
There's no way he's going to be able to have anyone submit, especially Nikolai with this, because the hold is not completed.
No, he missed that right in the very beginning. I feel that if he'd have got it, he'd have done a lot more with it.
Nice idea, but I think the big Russian was just too big for that.
Yes. Look at this.
Oh, look at this. He's hung up. He's got that tag rope wrapped right around his neck.
That's embedded deep into his throat. Look at that. No wonder Rotundo is suffering.
Rotundo being choked out here. Referee having a heck of a time trying to maintain any semblance of order in this one. And now the Sheik's got that.
Wow, plenty of action in Madison Square Garden in this big tag team matchup. And although they have all the cunning and experience, they haven't been yet able to put away the Golden Boy, Danny Spivey, and Mike Rotundo. But this one a long way from being over, and we'll be back with a conclusion right after this. Is Stud and Bundy in the background watching this match somewhere? Because sooner or later, they're going to have to face either one of these teams.
Let's put it this way. I have my own crew that films every match. That is important to me. Whether Stud and Bundy are in the back or not is not important to you or anybody else.
Let's go back to the conclusion of the match.
Well, you asked me.
Perched up on top of the turnbuckle, and Rotundo rammed right into it face first. Now the Sheik wants back in.
Yes.
Things are looking a little better for him.
That's right. He wouldn't come back in until that particular situation evolved.
Irish whip in now. Big backdrop. Wow, what a drop by Rotundo. Oh, look at that. He's
that's a dreadful thing. That is just an awful thing to do. No wonder Spivey came in. Now look at this.
Double team effort here going on.
Referee just a little late there catching them in that. The big Russian slipped out of the ring, but I'm sure the referee knew what they were doing, even if he didn't see it.
No place for that in the world of professional wrestling.
Good hit by the Sheik. Tremendous double hand chop right to the base of the neck of Rotundo, and Rotundo's really suffering.
Well, Sheik exhorting that he's number one. There's an abdominal stretch, and he doesn't have it applied either.
No, I believe the Sheik was going to show him how that was done, and he didn't manage to accomplish it.
He didn't put it on any better than Rotundo did. You must hook that inside leg. If you don't, the hold is not going to be effective enough for someone to submit with it.
No.
Rotundo's out right now. Look at that. Boy, that jars your elbow and your shoulder when that happens.
It does, yes. I'm afraid Rotundo would have accomplished that move if it had been a minute or two earlier, but he's taken a little too much punishment.
Suplex coming up.
Side one, wood twist.
Cut wrench, nicely executed.
Slammed him down. He's going for his move. He's going for the camel.
We're going to see the camel clutch perhaps here. Yes. Got Rotundo right in the center of the ring. Got the arms back, got the chin back, sitting back.
He's got it on. Tremendous pressure there on Rotundo.
Look at Rotundo fighting this. I've seen 100 guys give up in less time than this.
He's still there. Spivey coming in.
Spivey coming in, and the match would have been over.
He just had to do that. There's only ever been one man to escape from that, and I don't have to tell you who that was.
First champion, Hulk Hogan. Right here in Madison Square Garden.
Absolutely, the only man ever. What an awesome hold that is.
Referee, as this match progresses, losing control here. Legal tag was made. The referee did not see it. He's putting out the Golden Boy now, and the double team effort continues on Mike Rotundo in the wrong part of town. Being choked out with that tag rope once again.
These two are absolute masters of working a tag team match. They'll have the referee upside down, inside out, and not able to see anything.
Oh, sunset flip as he went for a backdrop. Look at the referee. Not even paying attention to what's going on in the ring. The shoulders of the big guy down on the canvas. You're too late, ref.
Oh, he was down there for 10 seconds. Maybe 11 or 12.
Stranger things have happened.
Here comes his
backbreaker.
Hold, his backbreaker. Boom. Didn't quite make it.
Didn't execute it properly. Rotundo's not going to get beat with that kind of a move.
No, he sort of slipped down and came down sideways instead of clean on his back. Look at those great big feet and boots that are coming down on Rotundo.
The big Russian, 300 pounds plus, tag made. Come on, ref, get him out of there. The tag's already been made. Oh, look at that. He planted the boot right into his partner. And the Sheik goes down. Tag was made, though. I don't know why. Excuse me. I don't know why Volkov is still in the ring.
Wow. I guess he knocked the Sheik out, and the Sheik couldn't come in.
Referee should have made him come in.
Should have done that.
Clothesline. Oh, boy. He caught him good with that one.
He really caught him well with that one. Knocked him.
There's a tag. Another tag, I should say.
And once again, the Sheik comes in when the tables are turned in their favor.
Rotundo tried to get to his corner, but unsuccessful. And another suplex, but nicely blocked by Rotundo. And another attempt, nicely blocked.
Rotundo's own suplex.
That took a lot out of Mike as well.
But it could enable him to tag out. It could be just enough.
Spivey screaming at Rotundo, and Slick screaming at the Sheik. Who's going to make it? Rotundo makes the tag. The Golden Boy comes in, a house of fire. Left hands, obviously a southpaw. Here comes the big Russian, and he gets nailed. Now he's got them both. Double knocker. Surprised he didn't reach over and make a move for Slick. Look out, drop kick right in the shoulder of the Sheik as he tried to turn away from that move.
Power slam. Elbow drop.
The Golden Boy on a tear, over for the cover. Nikolai comes in to make the save, as it might have been curtains, and he realized it. Winding up the Sheik here, hard into the corner, follows him right in. Look out, Bulldog. Bulldog coming up.
Successfully made. And the Russian in again, stomping and kicking away, trying to save his man.
All four men in the ring right now. Is Rotundo exploding? He couldn't stand it anymore.
That brought Rotundo in a hurry. Spivey's got the Sheik, picks him up. He's got
look at this, the cane. The cane from Slick, used right on the back of the neck. And down for the count is Spivey. Referee never saw it, but a miscarriage of justice here in Madison Square Garden. I knew it was going to be a problem, Alfred. When you get this kind of action in a tag team matchup, you need more than one referee.
You need a lot of pairs of eyes.
Your winners, the team of Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik.
The action was so fast and so furious there. Everything was mixed up. You just can't blame that referee for that.
And it's not over yet, as Rotundo still wants a piece of these two, as he knows that he was jobbed here.
Volkov coming behind, throwing Rotundo clean through the ropes down to the concrete floor.
And Rotundo
after Slick.
He's going after Slick. He's got the cane.
Rotundo has the cane. Russian running for his life. Two mighty swipes at the Russian.
Unfortunately, he didn't nail anybody with it, but he certainly ended up with it, and that's what cost he and his partner the match. In fact, let's go back and take a look, if we can, at the video replay, and you'll see how Slick got involved here and how the cane came into play without the referee seeing it. Right at this point, Slick has handed that cane to Nikolai, and look at, he clobbered Danny Spivey with it. Look at this, Slick comes over.
While the referee's back's turned, took the cane. Referee never saw the cane, you can't blame him.
Well, he was named right.
Talk about miscarriages of justice. That was one of them, Bob. There's going to be some more, though, because the tag team action here in the World Wrestling Federation, as you well know, is hot and heavy. You got Bundy and Studd. You got the Rougeaus. You got the Killer Bees. You got, of course, the world champions, the British Bulldogs. You've got the Machines. Have I forgotten anyone?
Dream Team.
The Dream Team, of course. The Funks. The Hart Foundation.
The Batman and Robin.
How do you...
The Rougeaus.
Why do you always refer to them as Batman and Robin? What is it with you?
A couple Cape Crusaders fly through the air.
Jacques and Raymond will present a great problem for Studd and Bundy, or whomever decides to step into the ring with these two. And you're supposed to be the big high-class guy. I've never seen anyone as subservient as you were in that latest thing I saw on national television, where you actually went to your knees and kissed the hand of Handsome Harley.
The coronation, the crowning. I was
You were on your knees, were you not?
Well, I made a gesture. Wait a minute. Now, wait a minute.
On tour. Well, wrestling fans, that wraps up another week here on Prime Time, and next week is going to be a blockbuster. Our feature will be the Dream Team in action against Jacques and Raymond the Rougeaus. Batman and Robin to you, right?
So you're starting to pick up on it?
We've got some other tremendous things coming up. Just recently, several weeks ago, history was made in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, at the Canadian National Exhibition, where you won't believe what you're going to see right here on Primetime next week from that tremendous history-making event, and so many other stars. Of course, our special Roddy Piper returning in Piper's Pit. All kinds of action coming right here to Primetime next week. So until then, Gorilla Monsoon.
I don't get to say nothing.
Whatever. So long.